How am I gonna get out of here? Come on. Come on.
You give it to me straight.
Don't worry, I'm going to.
Did you remove the tumor? What are you guys doing out here?
Well, Dr. Rose is in there with Pop.
Oh.
All right, you can come in now. It's fine with Dad. You too, Dr. B.
All right. Dad? Andy, you look upset.
As I told your father, the surgery went very, very well. We removed the tumor, we got it all out, and we took out the adjacent sections of the colon, as well as the adjoining lymph nodes and the appendix. And the great news is that from the preliminary reports, the cells of the tumor are highly differentiated.
What does that mean? Is that good? Well, it usually means that the cancer hasn't spread.
Now, there was some puckering on the outside of the intestinal wall, and of course I resected that area as well. Sometimes that tissue is problematic, sometimes it means nothing. We're going to have to wait for the final reports from pathology.
Right. Well, how long will that be?
Only 1 or 2 days.
Shannon? Shannon? Oh, my God. You're alive. I don't believe it. You're alive. I would have moved heaven and earth to find you. I followed you into the jungle. Lilith convinced me you were dead.
I know. My crazy ex-wife of yours tried to finish me off, but she wasn't as tough as she thought. Oh, Duncan. I would have died if it hadn't been about you. It was only the thought of you that kept me alive. Oh, I must look terrible.
Oh, no, lassie. You're beautiful as ever.
So are you. I thought you were going to faint when you first saw me.
Oh, so did I.
Excuse me, Mr. McKechnie. If you have some identification for your wife.
Identification?
A birth certificate, marriage license.
I got a phone call that my wife had been arrested. Nobody said anything about any identification.
What about a passport?
Do you have a passport? Did you bring a passport? How'd you get in the country if you don't have a passport?
She has no passport.
It wasn't very easy for me to get here, but you know how I am when I set my mind to something.
I assure you, this woman is an American citizen. You have no reason to hold her.
I'm sorry, but I need to see some proof of citizenship. If you don't have any, I'll have to call the State Department.
I have a better idea. We'll call our lawyer. Let's call Jessica. She can take care of this.
Hi, how's John?
Hi. Oh, he's out of surgery. He's back in his room. And Margot and Andy are in there with him.
So what did the doctor say?
She's still in there with them.
I hope you don't feel like eating, Dr. D, because you got to be on an IV for 5 days, And then we're going to put you on a clear liquid diet for a day. And if that goes well, we're going to start to introduce some soft, solid foods.
When can he come home?
Well, once he has the solid foods, if there's no problem, he can go home after 24 hours, as long as there's somebody at the house to take care of you.
I could take care of you, Dad.
You don't have to, Andy.
Dr. Dixon, I think you should cool it with the talking for a while.
That'll make it easier on us.
Very funny.
Chemotherapy?
I have to wait for the final test results.
Hey, Pop.
Hey.
Surprise.
I thought you were in Jersey.
Glad to see you.
I'm gonna see if I can push it again. Put it in reverse and give it some gas. It won't budge. You better come back to the farmhouse. Call the auto club to come tow it.
No, I have a better idea. Why don't you take me out to Emma's? Damien is expecting me there.
The roads are really bad. I'm afraid I might get stuck. Plus, I have Aaron in the car. You can call Damien from my place.
Oh, what if he sees my car? I don't want him to worry about me.
He's not going to see your car from the road. I couldn't see it. The only way I saw it was from the tracks. And they're all covered up now anyway. I gotta get back to Aaron. Are you coming or not?
What you doing out here in the cold, huh?
Just thinking how beautiful the snow is and how beautiful you are.
I am.
I'm looking forward to tonight.
Come on, let's go in.
Yeah.
I know the family's going to be really happy to hear the news.
Yeah.
I wish Debbie could be here. Sometimes you get this look on your face, and I know you're thinking about her.
No, I'm just thinking about how lucky I am.
Ho, ho, ho,
Oh, excuse us.
Hello.
Anybody got a snowplow? Oh, I'm so glad you got here. How are the roads?
Terrible. Just terrible. Hi, Ned.
Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you. So, what's the big news you dragged us out here for?
You're going to have to wait until Holden gets here. And, oh, let me get that. Take your coats off. Get warmed up here a bit. Bet you I know what the big news is.
Yeah? What?
Duh, Caleb. Who cut the bouquet at Iva's wedding?
Mama.
Oh, is everything all right, Damien?
Yes. I'm just leaving Wash Montgomery now. May I speak to Lily, please?
Well, Lily's not here yet. I thought she was coming with you.
No, we planned to meet at the farm.
Well, I'm sure she's on her way. Okay. All right. Okay, now drive carefully now. Bye-bye.
I tell you, if this keeps up, I'm going to move back to Texas.
Oh, now you know you love the winters up here.
How are the roads? Pretty bad?
Oh, yeah, after I got off Route 46. Oh, it's
Let
really
me get
coming
you
down.
something to warm you up. Some coffee?
Yes, thank you.
Cal, how's Connor?
She's having a rough time. Caleb, when are the police going to get off the spot and find out who really killed Linc so they can clear Connor?
We're working on it, Cal. We're really working on it.
Yeah, well, working on it mighty slow, in my opinion. Let's hope Hal Munson can speed things up.
Hal Munson?
What does Hal Munson have to do with this?
Kirk Anderson has hired him to investigate Linc's murder and clear Connor.
Kirk? Oh, that's strange. I mean, they're hardly the best of friends.
I think they patched things up.
Oh, how is the case coming with Connor? Okay.
Well, she goes before the grand jury at the end of the month, and if she's indicted, she will stand trial for Linc's murder.
I appreciate this, Jess. I know you must be dying to get back to your husband and little girl after that long day in Chicago.
Oh, it's good for them to spend time together, and Duncan is terrific with her, so it's okay.
You're lucky. I can't help but wonder how I'm going to manage as a single parent.
Well, you know you don't have to, Connor. There's still time to work things out with Cal.
I don't think so, Jess. I don't see how he's going to be able to forget everything that's happened. Or how I hurt him, and to be honest, I really can't blame him.
Hey, everybody makes mistakes, you know.
Well, I still should have known better. So, how are we going to get the grand jury to believe that I didn't kill Linc. Unfortunately, I had the motive and I had the opportunity. I hated him, and I've already admitted that I went to his motel that night.
Yeah, well, that's going to be our biggest problem. Now, you want to tell me again what you were thinking, why you wanted to see him?
I wanted to see what it would take to get him out of town. And I thought he'd do it for enough money. And I was right, he agreed. When I gave him the check, he grabbed me, and he started kissing me, and we struggled, and then I bit his lip.
And that's how the blood got on the check?
Exactly. Then he got very angry with me, and he said it would take a lot more than $100,000 to get him out of my life. And I realized then that I had made a big mistake in going over there. So I grabbed the check from his hand, and then I left.
Tom is going to have to try to explain how the corner of the check that tore off in Linc's hand ended up in the wastebasket where the police found it.
Well, why is that important?
Well, if you killed Linc, then he wouldn't have been able to throw it in there himself, and certainly you wouldn't have left a piece of incriminating evidence there.
Right. Right. He would have had to thrown it away after I left, but before the person who killed him arrived.
Exactly.
Oh, that's probably another reporter.
You want me to get that?
No. Slamming the door in Randy Selkirk's face will be the high point of my day. Hi. Come on in.
Oh, are we interrupting? I needed to run something by you, though.
Go ahead, go ahead. I need to call home anyway.
Look, if this is about work, I'm really not up to it right now.
Well, I know it's been really rough lately, but I've got an idea that may help.
Really? What is it?
Okay, Maddie. I'll be right home.
Is everything okay?
My nanny said that Duncan was called away on an emergency, and he didn't say when he'd be back.
You know, Pop, lots of people beat colon cancer.
What do you know? You never even made it through pre-med.
Come on, Pop. You know, when I was an orderly here, I ended up talking to a lot of the patients here, taking those guys to and from chemo. Yeah. Many of them, Pop, ended up walking out of here a lot healthier than me.
Yeah, many of them went out feet first, too.
Dad, come on.
I'm trying to be realistic, Andy. I didn't have my tonsils out, you know.
It's true. Doctors make the worst patients.
I heard that. I heard it.
Yeah, Dr. Rose, she's good, Pop. Sounds like she was really giving it to you straight.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you know something? You know how I got out here? Lucy. She flew me out here in a jet. Can you believe it? You know something? I'm thinking, Pop. I think she's still got a little thing for you.
There's no way, then, that we could get the results from the pathology lab sooner? I'm afraid not, Mrs. Walsh. Even for a board member like yourself.
Ah, what a shame. Because it's difficult for John. Waiting has always been difficult for John.
Understand. I'm sorry, Mrs. Walsh. Did you explain to me exactly how you're related to Dr. Dixon?
Oh, we're married and divorced. In, out, in, out, in, out.
Well, it's very nice. You're still friends. It's better than me. I mean, I haven't spoken to my ex since the divorce. Oh, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, Lucinda, is everybody still in there?
Yes.
You know, it was really great of you to fly Duke out. I know that it meant a lot to John.
Oh, I've got a sense of humor. I knew that John would want all his children with him. All of them that he could have.
Yeah.
Hey, how's he doing?
Well, he's relieved the surgery is over, but he's worried about biopsy. Reminds me of when I was waiting for my HIV tests to return.
Yeah, well, that turned out fine. This will turn out fine, too.
Yeah, I hope so. Hey, Duke, want to come back to the house with us?
Oh, yeah, great. I'm starving, sure.
I didn't say I'd feed you. How about you two?
Sure, we'd love to.
Great. Lucinda, how about you?
Oh, thank you. No, I don't want to intrude. It's a kind of family reunion.
Oh, I see. Guess you had enough of me over on the ride over here, huh?
I didn't say that.
Oh, it's okay. Hey, listen, Lucy, I want to thank you for flying me over on your jet. You know, I'm thinking, guy could get used to traveling like that. So what do you think? I take up Pop's suggestion, quit boxing, go into business with you? Huh? How about it, Lucy? You got a place for me over at Worldwide?
Oh, boy. You're lucky, pal. You're not all wet like us. Stuff off of you. You know, as soon as Billy and I get our clothes off, I'll make dinner for you, okay? If you keep an eye on him, I'll see if I can get you something to wear, okay?
No. I'm fine. I'll borrow something from Emma when I get out to the farm.
You sure? It may be a while before we get there with the way the roads are. You might catch cold.
No. Really, I'm fine. I have to call Damien, and I have to call the Auto Club. You have a message.
Let's see who it is.
Holden, it's Emma. I'm having the family over for dinner tonight. I hope that you and Aaron can join me. I have something important to tell you.
I wonder what that could be about.
We had a talk about Ned the other day. Maybe she took my advice and accepted his marriage proposal.
Well, I hope she did. I know she spent a lot of time worrying about me, putting him off. And they happen to love each other very much. I know that when two people do love each other, as much as they do, they...
Oh. The line is dead.
Well, the lines are probably down because of the storm.
You know, Damien's really going to be worried about me. Could you please take me out to the farm?
You saw the roads. I really don't think that we can make it. Why don't you just stay here and wait until the lines come back on? I'll find you something to wear, okay? I'll even build us a fire. Keep us warm.
This is ridiculous. Do I look like a criminal? I still think we should call Jessica.
Oh, she can't get here, what with the weather. Sweetheart, he's just doing it by the book. I know he's trying to get your release right now. He's talking to somebody right now.
It's nearly 7 o'clock. Does he expect me to spend my first night back with my husband in this bureaucratic hellhole? I think we better make a run for it.
Shannon, that's insane.
Why?
Because we'd go to jail.
You're acting very weird. Since when do such things bother you?
I'm sorry, I couldn't reach anyone at the office. They closed early because of the storm. We'll just have to wait till the State Department calls back with instructions.
Donnez-moi. But why am I being treated like this? I am a U.S. citizen, born in Philadelphia, and a licensed interior decorator. Look, I am not going to tell you how I lost my passport because I know you won't believe me. It involved voodoo ceremony.
You don't go into it.
Well, and how am I supposed to find any other identification when you won't let me go?
I'm sorry.
Also, I am starving. Do you provide your prisoners with any kind of nourishment, bread, water, huh? Because if not, I am going to have to leave.
You can't leave.
I happen to be the editor of the managing editor of the newspaper in Oakdale, the Argus. And how would your supervisor like it if I wrote an article saying how you detained an innocent citizen?
Are you trying to threaten me, Mr. McKechnie?
Shannon!
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
Which way did she go?
My hero, as always.
Let's get out of here.
Which way did he go?
He went that way.
Thanks, Jen.
Sure.
Thank you. Evan, I've been thinking maybe you should talk to Jessica before she leaves.
about the tapes Linc made that you stole from Frank Greer's office?
No way. It would only hurt Connor.
They would think that I destroyed the tapes because there was something that would incriminate her.
Sorry, I had to cut this short.
Oh, I understand. I hope you hear from Duncan soon.
Oh, I'm sure I will. It's probably just some emergency at the Argus, but I need to relieve Maddie. So I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, drive carefully. The snow's really coming down
Yeah,
now.
I will. Good night.
Good night, Jessica.
Bye, Jess.
So what is this idea you wanted to tell me about?
Well, we all know that Rosanna's dad is worried about the effect the negative publicity is going to have on Cabot Motors.
Well, I've already explained to Alex that we're doing everything we can to make sure that doesn't happen.
Even still, we may not be able to prevent it unless
Unless what?
we start another corporation, separate from Walsh Montgomery, just to handle Cabot Motors until this blows over.
A new corporation. Let me guess, with you in charge.
Yeah, why not? I know more about Cabot Motors than anyone. And when you're cleared and all this publicity dies down, we can merge the new company back together with Walsh Montgomery.
No, bad idea.
Why?
Because it would destroy morale, and it would make all of our other clients panic if Cabot left us, even for a dummy corporation.
Evan, I think Connor's right. It's a bad idea.
It's a way to save Cabot Motors. If we don't do something, and soon, we may lose the account altogether.
Is this about saving Cabot or saving yourself if Walsh Montgomery goes down?
Connor!
I sense Mother's fine hand at work here. She put you up to this, didn't she?
Watch now, that part's very slippery there. Be careful.
Well, we spread sand on the driveway, but I'm not sure it's going to do any good. It's still really
Mama,
coming
I
down.
wouldn't count on anybody else getting out here tonight.
No.
Oh, that's better.
Didn't Holden say he was coming?
Well, no, I left a message. I don't know if he got it. Try the phone. It's still out.
I'm sure everything's fine, Emma.
Mama, I think we should just go right ahead and eat.
Well, before we eat, Ned wants to say something.
Yeah, we hope that the others could be here, but I hope they'll understand that we couldn't wait any longer to share our good news. Emma has made me a very happy man.
You're getting married! Oh,
She's agreed to become my wife.
Congratulations, Ned. What can I say? What took you so long?
Emma, give me a hug. Congratulations. Ned, you are a very lucky fellow.
Don't I know it?
Hello?
Oh, Damien, you made it. Oh.
Hi, where's Lily? I didn't see her car parked outside.
Oh, she's not here yet.
Still? Do you mind if I use the phone?
No,
I'd like to call
go
the...
ahead. I'm sorry, the phone is out of order.
Oh.
Yeah, well, Holden isn't here either. So I suppose they both just made a wise decision to stay off the road.
Sit down here, make yourselves at home.
Good idea.
I'm so cold.
You okay?
My wife isn't here, and neither is Holden. I wonder if that's a coincidence.
Thought you might be hungry.
Thanks. I'm gonna try the phone again. Oh, the line is still dead.
It'll take a while for the crews to get the lines back with the way the roads are. I thought you might like these. First time I had them was when I was in Amalfi.
Amaretto. Thank you.
It's warmer by the fire.
I'm okay.
Lily, you don't have to be afraid of me.
I'm not.
I promise you nothing will ever happen between us. As long as you don't want it to.
Nothing can ever happen. Hold it.
I can't stop loving you. Wanting you back. I know that you love me, too. I know that what happened to us was not your fault, it was mine. I also know that you were willing to give me all the time that I needed, but I didn't think that I could give you what you needed from me.
I know.
I thought that the divorce was the best thing. And then when I realized I was wrong, I flew Amalfi to see you. I would have flown anywhere to get you back.
I was married. By then, to tame you, it was too late.
And why did you tell me that in Amalfi? Is it because you regretted it even then?
No.
I brought this back with me from Amalfi.
Where did you get that?
In a shop at my hotel. The owner told me he drew it of an American woman on the beach one day. I actually went to that beach to try and find you, but you weren't there. Then I went back to the shop and asked him if he'd sell it to me. It was the only thing that I brought back with me.
I saw you on the beach that day.
How? Where were you?
I was in a launch headed back to the Kingsley Malta yacht.
So you're saying that I just missed you?
That's the way that it had to be, Holden.
No, it didn't. Maybe I accepted it then. But I don't have to now. Neither do you.
Okay, putting the boys to bed. Details over.
Oh, thanks for putting them down.
Sure, Ben.
Wow, look at that snow.
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? How about some pizza?
Is there any left? I figured Duke ate it all.
Hey. Yeah, it still might happen. Watch it.
How about a beer, Pop?
I love one.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm surprised Chris turned down a pizza for dinner.
Oh, well, listen, he and Janice are already having their dinner. And he was having a terrific time.
I wonder how she's doing.
What are you thinking?
Remember the last time we had pizza? It was with Dad? I didn't even know he was sick then.
Bob, if the test results come back negative, does that mean that John won't have to worry anymore?
It'll be good news, but he will have to be monitored to make sure there's no recurrence.
He'll have to watch his diet from now on, too. No more high-fat, low-fiber foods.
So should you. Eat your salad. You too, Andy.
Why are you picking on us, sis?
Because what our father has runs in families.
Is that right, Bob?
Yeah, when a parent has had colon cancer, you are in a higher risk group. Doesn't mean you're going to get it, but Margot's right. It's a good reason to watch your diet.
So, I guess that means no more candy bars for breakfast, right?
Not a bad idea, dude.
Here's your beer, Pop.
Thank you, sir. Sure, enjoy.
I'll get that, please. Don't get up.
Oh, we weren't going to.
Hey, hi. Hey.
Come on in.
Hey.
Listen, if you're here about Connor...
No, actually, I was hoping I might find my husband here.
No.
No.
How's everything?
I don't know. Maddie told me that Duncan was called away on an emergency, and I checked at the Argus, but he wasn't there.
Yeah, well, he's probably out on a story.
Yeah, well, I don't know. The last time he was called away on an emergency, he ended up tracking that mercenary terrorist to Montega.
Oh, come on. You don't think he's out chasing around Hans, do you?
I don't know. I checked the drawer where he keeps his passport. It's still there, so I guess everything's fine.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir. Would you mind moving over to this seat here so I can sit here with my husband? You see, we've been separated for 3 years, and I just traveled halfway across the world to find him.
Maybe you'd have found him faster if you hadn't gone by bus.
Well, you see, this is the only way out of Chicago tonight, what with the airport snowed in. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's so good to be back in America. Don't ever take it for granted.
Nice guy.
Aye.
Oh, I can hear your stomach growling. I'm sorry I ate both of our sandwiches at the bus station.
No, don't be silly. I was happy to let you have it. When was the last time you ate?
I can't remember. We're in motion. That immigration officer will never find us now.
I can't believe we did that.
Oh, come on, we had to do something. Listen, we'll call Jessica first thing in the morning. She'll straighten everything out. I can't believe the past 3 years. I've been so out of touch. I only learned yesterday that the Soviet Union had collapsed.
Aye. A lot's changed since we parted.
You're still wearing your wedding ring. I'd still be wearing mine, too, but I had to sell it to get out of Africa. Well, let's have a toast to the bride and
to the
groom.
bride and groom.
Thank you.
But beware. Julie and I have dibs on the next wedding in this family.
You're not getting married before March 8th?
No. We're going to wait. We're going to wait until May.
Okay.
Till when the apple blossoms are in bloom.
Well, no, actually, that was Emma's idea. My plan was to elope last night.
Well, I don't think we're going to be sorry. It's such a beautiful, beautiful time of year here in the farm. Not that the evening tonight isn't beautiful as well.
I'm afraid that the apple blossoms are going to pale next to the beauty of my bride.
Make me blush.
That is so sweet. Why don't you ever talk to me that way?
Well, Ned is
Yes,
a literary
yes.
man, and I am just a cop. Sorry.
Just a cop.
Yeah, old flatfoot.
Does Debbie know?
Well, no, I don't want to tell her on the phone. I'll wait till I get back to New York.
When you see her, will you give her my best please?
Where are you going to live?
Right here. I can do my editing right here and
How about that?
and leave, my partners to run things in New York.
Well, sounds like you got it all worked out. Do Seth and Angel know?
No, but we're going to call them as soon as the phones are
Yes, then I have
back
to
in
call
order.
Meg and Josh and, of course, Iva and Jason and Nellie and...
The big old family, Ned. You better get used to it.
Listen, if you don't mind, I'll try to
Sure.
see if
go
the phone
ahead.
works.
Yeah.
Does Rosanna know?
Well, we were going to tell her tonight, but she and Evan decided to go and see Connor.
I'm sure glad that Evan is standing by her. She's had a hell of a week.
Phone doesn't work still. I wonder if Lily's all right.
She'll be all right. I'm sure the roads were so terrible, she probably decided to go back and not drive on out.
No, I don't understand how they can put Connor up before the grand jury. From what I read in the papers, there's no hard evidence against him.
Well, I guess Tom Hughes feels there's enough circumstantial evidence to warrant an indictment.
I think Tom Hughes is talking through his hat.
Yeah. I don't see how they could ever indict her.
Well, it's up to the grand jury, so what can we do?
Carol? Excuse me. Be right back. Carol. Now, it's obviously you're thinking about her. Now, why don't you give her a call?
She didn't want to hear from me.
Oh, now, that's not true. She loves you very much.
Well, she's damn good at hiding it.
Well, she's not good at hiding it from everyone else. Now, you didn't fight for her when all that stuff was going on with Linc. Why don't you fight for her now?
So are you going to admit that it was Mother's idea for you to distance yourself from me and from the company?
Look, if it was such a bad idea, let's just forget it, okay? Has Hal gotten anywhere on your case?
No, he just started.
Why did Kirk hire him, anyway?
Well, Evan, to try and clear me.
Yeah, but what's in it for the Kirkster?
Evan, why do you have to be so cynical?
Because I know Kirk, and I thought you did, too. He doesn't do anything without a reason.
Well, he's her friend. Isn't that reason enough?
Not for Kirk. Leopard doesn't change his spots, dear.
You did, thanks to Rosanna. At least I thought you had until you sprung this little idea on me tonight.
Well, on that note, I think it's time to go.
Fine.
Connor, I hope Hal comes up with something real soon.
Thanks, Rosanna.
Good night. Good night.
Don't touch.
I didn't mean to wake you up.
I wasn't asleep. Thank you very much for flying Duke up here. That was very nice of you. My, more flowers. Just what I needed.
Mm. God, I hope you feel better than you look. I really hope you do.
Oh, man, it really shook me up seeing Pop at the hospital tonight, all hooked up to all those tubes. He's always been so strong.
He still is, man. He'll beat this.
God. I hope so, too. You know, I can't imagine him not in my life. I can't imagine I mean, always putting his 2 cents in.
Well, thanks for the use of the crib, but I think we should get on home.
Well, did you try calling home again?
Yeah, but no answer and no messages.
Well, listen, I'll get your coats. Don't worry, I mean, you're gonna hear from Duncan soon.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. It's getting late.
So good to see snow again. Another thing I miss in Africa. Along with hot showers, pizza and hamburgers and Rocky Road frozen yogurt. But I could have given all that up. The only thing I couldn't live without was you. I can't believe we're going home.
Neither can I.
You look so well. Handsome as ever. I thought I'd come back and find you all pale and miserable and forlorn. We have so much catching up to do. Tell me everything that's happened.
First, I want you to tell me what kept you from me those 3 years I thought you were dead.
Darling, it's such a long story. With some pretty gruesome parts.
I want to hear it, Shannon. All of it.
Doesn't really do you any justice, except for maybe in the eyes. They have the same sadness in them that I saw in Amalfi.
It's all in the past now. It's not really worth talking about. Are my clothes dry?
I'll go see. You know, you look pretty good in my clothes. Did you ever wear them when we were married?
I used to wear some of your shirts. Phone's working again.
Did you speak to Damien?
No, Sergio said that he hasn't come back to the yacht tonight. I'm gonna call Emma.
Lily.
woman you love could be near death, and you must risk your life